Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, and all the drama has led up to this point, the first round of the 12-team playoff. And a home field advantage for one side. This place is rocking. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Houston Cougars, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the South Carolina Gamecocks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. We have been waiting for this, the college football playoff with an on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this going. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. First down here for this offense. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. And the back gets the football. It tests the middle but gets stuck. That run goes nowhere.
Well, we've seen this from this defense all year long, the ability to stop the run, and they get things started here on this first play of the game with being stout up front.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
On this opening possession, they'll face a 3rd down and 5. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a 3rd down. Early in the game, a chance to get them off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
And the Gamecocks have 1st and 10 here. He'll hand it off. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Now they're running on the toss. And they've got him back there for a loss of 8.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed and ability to diagnose the play blows it up.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Took contact on the throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
Gosh, I just love to watch this defense fly around. Great job here on 3rd down. Look at it. You're on the road. Things are going against you early in the game, and you block all of that out, and you're running around with confidence making plays.
On the return, it's Singleton. And he's going to get run out of bounds after a small pickup on the return. just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. And looking to throw now on first down. Short pass finds the tight end.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
A completion sets up a second down play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Now, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver. Gets the separation. And at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Second down, looking to throw it. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. See if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Houston.
Off the incompletion, it sets up a third down and 2. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Grab down the middle. It's Singleton.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. The shotgun running play call. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. They look to throw it here on second down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0 here.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Receiver in motion now. He hands it off from the gun. And that will pick up the first down. They'll spot it at 38.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Back to throw. It's Sellers. Quick throw. Catch made on the out route. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. The Gamecocks hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now fourth down. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup.
Timeout, Houston.
So here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. And the quarterback will just sneak it now.
And one of the things we love about this guy is his ability to use his legs when he has to. And I almost feel like he got behind that offensive line, and because of his size, I don't know if they were able to locate him. By the time they did, it's a first down for the offense.
And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And a nice first down game there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker. Offense getting set up. Here's second down.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
They'll hand it off. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line. But give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The Gamecocks lining up here on 1st and 10. Here comes a handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Oh, here comes the reverse. Creative play design there, but it doesn't get much. They stop him for no gain.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position. They were able to stop that reverse in its track.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Drop him back. They're going to throw for the first down. Makes a quick catch. And they pick up the first down. Tackled at the 25.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And that's a solid gain for the defense able to bring him down.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. Come up on 3rd down. Solid drive. Defense trying to get off the field here. Caught behind the line. It's McCown. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Hey, I don't blame the defense here at all, Chris, for bringing the blitz. It's 3rd down and short. Got to get pressure on the quarterback, but you got to tip your cap to this quarterback. I think he was anticipating the blitz, so he's able to get the ball out of his hands quickly and pick up the first down.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. He'll test the right side here. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Timeout, Houston.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
South Carolina.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. The clock is still running up to hurry up here, but it's a crucial 3rd down. Quick throw misses his mark there, incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Knocks that one right down the middle. And we're all tied up now.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive.
And the Houston offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Houston's offense heads back out into the field now. They settled for 3 last time. Let's see what they can come up with this drive. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack. Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Houston getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw again. And here comes a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. Last chance for a touchdown here before halftime. It's 1st and 10. The secondary backed up off the ball now. Lets it fly to the wideout. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline. And he's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. The defense showing blitz here. They'll run it from the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
At the 11-yard line. Second down coming up.
Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And he drops back in the gun. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
What a security blanket for this quarterback. When in doubt, just throw it to the big man and let him go up and make the catch for the touchdown.
And they'll set up with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Return begins inside the 10. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. The South Carolina offense is back out on the field. We'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Fires it to the wideout. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Back to pass. It's Sellers. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. On the run, he'll let it go. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground. But the next tip ball could be going the other way.
So second down after the incompletion. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Makes the grab. It's Jacobs. He's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Third down, out of the shotgun. Pressure is coming. And that falls incomplete as time runs out in the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick this away to begin the second half. And here's the return from inside the 5. He steps out at the 23. That's where the drive will start. So the Cougars offense heads back out onto the field now. Looking to throw it on first down. He lets it go on the move. He's got it for a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, it's a big risk to play man-to-man coverage by...
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The gain makes it second and medium. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, that's a well-oiled... Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
And now they'll set up for the point after. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Grab behind the line, it's Carver. They stop him, but it's a first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. That's a strong stiff arm. Tough running that breaks a tackle, picks up the first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big, positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
The Gamecocks look to keep this drive moving. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. He hands it to the back. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the Gamecocks looking to keep this drive moving.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. 1st down and 10. Oh, it's snapped to the back. Just a small gain. Look at it, 2nd and 9.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here.
Get set, get set.
Tailback takes the handoff again. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
He's brought down at the 35. 3rd and 3.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. And the wideout goes in motion. Scanning the field. It's Sellers. Throws it to the right. Using a strong stiff arm. Uses the stiff arm and gets past the marker before being taken down.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that 1st down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Trying to run, it's Jacobs. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And they stop him just short, but the defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Chris, I just don't know about short gains like this, especially keeping the ball on the ground. The clock keeps moving. They need points on that scoreboard in a hurry. Got to throw the football. You cannot afford to allow this clock to keep ticking.
The Gamecocks looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. That's a design quarterback keeper. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
One after, not right through. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's got some space here. That's a huge return as time expires here in the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Houston 17, South Carolina 10.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the +40.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
1st down and 10. Handoff here from the shotgun. Gets some space around the 30. You make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. It's a heavy blitz look here. Let's see if they bring the house. On 1st down, why not keep it on the ground? That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, at least there's some positive yards there from this run game. It hasn't been pretty today. It's really, to me, kept them out of finding any kind of offensive rhythm. Now, they have the lead, but it's despite this offense not necessarily having their best day.
Second down play coming up. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's moving out of the pocket now. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. After the second down incompletion, they'll have to convert here on 3rd down and 8. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for the wideout. He makes the grab. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a first down and goal.
And I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year. And it's been great to see him in person today. Making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
For the offense, a chance to extend the lead, but more importantly, milk the clock here late in the game. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Houston. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
South Carolina, 10.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that previous play. Grab behind the line. It's McCown. 0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Interesting call here, Chris, with a screen pass in the 4th quarter late in the game. I think they're expecting the defense to get upfield on the pass rush. Give the defense all the credit. Recognizing it, almost really anticipating that this screen was coming, and then rallying to the ball.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Lets it go quickly. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Fires it to the wideout. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception, and what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away.
Number 15, Celtic, kick it away.
They'll return it from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Aggressive call, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. He pulls it in for a big gain. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
And he's got it. Tackle is made, but that's good for a 1st down at the 47. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Now the offense is taking advantage of the defense kind of sitting back with this lead. That's back-to-back plays of big yards. You know, it's a bend-but-don't-break mentality from this defense, but they might want to reevaluate because this offense is moving the ball too quickly down the field.
With the catch, it's McCown. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down. First down, looking to throw the football. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And they get set now to try the PAT. I'm going to convert the point after, but still trail by 2 touchdowns, 31-17. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. Second down after that run on the previous play. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Already got the first down, but looking for more yardage. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this 4th quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
That's a solid run, good for first down yardage. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Houston getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the quarterback will take a knee.
Oh, man, there's nothing like taking a knee on the road to run out the clock and take home a victory. Because you know, they've been hearing it all game long from these fans on the road. And this time, they get to go home with a W.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of...
Welcome to Happy Valley, home of the Penn State Nittany Lions and one of the most passionate fan bases in all of college football. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Coming out with it, it's Martin. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The offense set for a first down play. On the move, it's Wallace. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to throw, it's Owens. Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Looking to go up top on first down. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Looking to move it through the air. Unloads it left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Finds a man on the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Back to the air one more time. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
They'll try the run. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Now on the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that first down. Nice job.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Back to pass, it's Owens. He finds his man. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! What a grab and go for the score.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Keeps the legs moving. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the catch. It's Woodhead. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. Penn State 7, Notre Dame 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, that is a nice move to get the ball out to the 36.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking for a crease to the left. Running into the open space. Oh, look out. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Martin. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Looking to pass. It's Owens. He's got him in the flat. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Quarterback checking the play. He's going to pass. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Set up for second and short after that completion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
To the air on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
And back to the air on second down. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football. And
what a catch! A diving grab down the right side. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. To the air, it's Owens. Got the back over the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage.
Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Penn State.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Cal is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Aaron Rodgers, this has not been a blowout today in Berkeley. They're up by 10 over Toledo. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Woodhead. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They didn't get enough for the 1st down, so 4th down, clock running as they hurry to the line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Well, the upside is you could get a 1st down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Finds his man. It's Gilbert. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Going up top on 1st down. Got a man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Irish send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Finds the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
That that's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Dropping back, it's Owens. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Comes out throwing on first down. Makes the grab. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and the secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here come the Irish back on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
Well, jet sweep pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his production.
Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Woodhead. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. But when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
The coaching staff defensively, they harp on this unit to be more physical, to fly to the football and gang tackle. You're seeing all of that in this game. That's why they're one of the best run defenses in the nation.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open open it up for the passing.
Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Back open in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. Lining up to add another. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Ohio was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Athens. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Complete to start this drive. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
He's right on target. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw, it's Owens. Working that left side now. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll throw it on first down. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Martin. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3's coming soon.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
The give to the back. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next one.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You've got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten halves to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it's just so hard. You watch this team on tape week after week after week, and there's just not a lot of space. What, great backs, not good backs, not a lot of offenses having a lot of success. You got to be creative. You got to find ways to get on the perimeter, and more importantly, you better be ready to throw the football.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far, really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
The give. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jumpers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gilbert. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy
just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. He wants to pass it on second down. That's caught. It's Woodhead. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on third down. He'll pull it down. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the first down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon. But usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that first down marker or get it.
Trailing by a touchdown, this fourth down opportunity is gargantuan. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Trying to find his man on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Woodhead. Tackled immediately after the catch.
Just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. So loud it's rattling your fillings on third and goal. He'll keep it on the sneak. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you've got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Kyle.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Looking to throw. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment, calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all down up. It's perfect. He does that. He drops the ball right in his hands.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Goes to the option.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The offense just wants to run out the clock in this half. The D still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.